There are two kinds of men in this world. The first kind plays the game like a nice guy. The type who smiles a lot, texts his woman good morning, tells her she's beautiful, and waits patiently for her to choose him. This man dies a slow, cruel death in her friend zone. The second kind is the man who doesn't dance to her tune. He doesn't play the game as it is, he rewrites the rules. He makes her laugh, and then he makes her cry. He gives her love and attention, and then he yanks it away. And when she tries to leave, she can't, because she's completely addicted to him. The second man uses fractionation seduction, and once you understand what fractionation really is, you'll never seduce a woman the same way again. What's fractionation seduction, really? Let's kill the fluff and get straight to the answer. Fractionation seduction is the mind control technique of alternating between emotional highs and lows to create mental addiction. We're not talking about interest or attraction here. We're talking straight up addiction, and it works by triggering the same neural pathways activated in drug dependency, trauma bonding, and obsessive love. The moment you put a woman on this emotional roller coaster, she becomes mentally bound to you. She won't know why, and she won't be able to explain it. But she'll think about you when she's in the shower, when she's with her friends, or even when she's lying in bed next to another man. You will be in her bloodstream, and she'll crave you like a fix. Let's face it. Mainstream dating advice is emotional tofu. It's safe, flavorless, and leaves her empty and unsatisfied. They tell you to be a good listener, make her laugh, or show her you're a stable, safe choice. Horseshit. Because let me tell you something. Emotional stability is for therapists, not seducers, certainly not shoguns. A woman doesn't fall in love because she feels calm around you. She falls when you stir chaos inside her. She crumbles when you make her question herself. She tumbles when she's unsure how you feel. And she surrenders when one moment you're close, and the next, you vanish. Because women don't want peace. They want chaos. And chaos is forged in emotional turmoil. That's what fractionation delivers in spades. I teach fractionation from soup to nuts inside Shogun Method at shogunmethod.net. But here's a simple formula you can use. Fractionation goes like this. Emotion A leads to a break, followed by emotion B. A break follows, which then loops back to emotion A. To make it easy to understand, here's an example. You introduce one emotional state, you interrupt it, you inject a contrasting emotion. Then you repeat the cycle, each time going deeper and deeper. Start with joy, and then follow it with tension. Repeat. Start with curiosity, and then follow it with confusion. Repeat. Start with intimacy, and then follow it with rejection. Repeat. Each switch conditions her brain to associate emotional stimulation with you. It's the emotional contrast that leads to addiction to you. You tease her, she laughs. Then you stop and say, "You know, for a moment I forgot who you remind me of, right before she stabbed me in the back." Confusion, and then a smirk. Tension rises in the air as she doesn't know if you're serious. You leave her wondering, and her mental state brews in intrigue and confusion. Here's another example of fractionation seduction in action. You get close physically. The moment hangs heavy, and then you pull back saying, "I like you, but I don't trust you yet." This, of course, takes a lot of self-control on your part, but it's worth it. Trust me. Next, you text her sweetly for a week, then go silent for 2 days. She's spiraling into oblivion, checking her phone like an addict. Then you hit her with, "Sorry, had to reset. You ever feel like disappearing just to see who notices?" She doesn't just notice you disappeared. She obsesses over the fact that you've just ignored her like she's nothing. Like everything else in Shogun Method, these are not tricks, but neurochemical mind bombs. Drop them right, and she'll never escape you. Believe me. Here's the disturbing truth. Even if she knows what you're doing, she'll fall anyway. Fractionation taps into primal coding. The female mind is wired to always respond to uncertainty, to value what rises and falls. Predictability breeds boredom, while tension breeds attraction. This sounds bad, but that's why abusive relationships are so hard to leave. That's why women stay with men who drive them insane. Here's what I'm saying. You don't need to be toxic. Still, you need to understand this fundamental truth. Women fall in love with emotional movement. As I teach in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, static equals death. Fractionation is motion. If you bring the storm, she'll build a shrine to you for saving her from it. Of course, this is where most men chicken out. When they first find out about the fractionation seduction technique, they say, "Isn't this manipulation?" Let me ask you something. Is it manipulation when a woman uses makeup, heels, filters, fake smiles, and fake laughs to get your attention? That's a woman's game, and we accept it. We're just finally playing our own game, with our own rules. So, let me clarify once and for all. Fractionation is not abuse, not gaslighting, not cruelty. It's emotional awareness, weaponized for the benefit of the man. If your goal is to lead, dominate, and make her feel something she's never felt before, then yes, you owe it to yourself, and to her, to use Shogun method on her. Because the truth is, most women will never get this kind of seduction in their lives. They'll die of boredom, drown in dead bedrooms. They'd marry nice guys they don't respect, and divorce them later, and call it empowerment. But you're different. You're here because you want power. Power not over her body, but over her mind. And you're seconds away from having it. Now here's what you need to understand. You cannot learn fractionation seduction by watching a YouTube video. You can't half-ass this. You either commit to mastering fractionation, or you stay stuck in mediocrity. If you're ready to make women addicted to you, if you want the ability to emotionally enslave a woman, make her fall hard, stay loyal, and never look at another man the same way again, then listen carefully, because this is where everything changes. Go to fractionation.org and enter the Shogun Method online masterclass. Inside, you'll learn exactly how to deploy fractionation the right way, from the man who invented it. Stop listening to those stupid Instagram influencers or the pickup clowns. Start learning from the original source. In the Shogun Method online masterclass, you'll get access to the entire psychological playbook. You'll learn how to trigger obsession, emotional whiplash, trauma bonding, compliance, surrender, and eventually, emotional enslavement. Shogun Method is for men who want full-spectrum power over the women in their lives. Not for validation, not for ego, but for control. Go now to fractionation.org, because if you're not using fractionation seduction on your woman, some other man is. And trust me, she'll always come back for more after tasting it once. Fractionation.org